Of course, I want to get in there for that British title and get my hands on it and where it rightfully should be, I believe.
This is Jonathan Agnew of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Sol Dacres, English heavyweight champion. Sol, how's things?
All good, all good. Just training, living the boxing life. Same old shit.
Well, yeah, you were meant to fight on that Birmingham card. I was at that first press conference, and what happened there? What happened there?
Like I say, I was at the press conference. I was all announced, ready to go, and we just didn't get the same back from the other side. So far as I'm concerned, I was ready to go on the March 16th, but the other parties were not.
I assume that's referring to David Adeleye. Obviously, that's in the past, but looking forward, where are we at with that fight? That's a fight that the public want to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to, get a fight. I was told if not March, we box April. Now I'm being told it's not April, it'll be May. So we're just trying to get the fight, man. I just want to get out and get active this year, and we're still trying. Me for my part, I'm ready to go.
Mm.
So any hold ups is coming from the other side.
Have you sparred Adeleye before?
Nah, I've never sparred him. Never sparred him. One of the few I haven't sparred, to be fair.
Yeah, so that'll be something new when you do fight. Obviously
Yeah.
the winner of the fight, I know it's kind of looking far ahead. You haven't even got this fight signed, but the board said the winner has to fight Moses Italma. What do you make of him?
Yeah, young kid, he's coming up, doing his job, taking out the guys that are feeding him so far. So he's doing well for himself.
Obviously, if it's for the English title, it may look like the British title might become vacant at some point if Wardley decides to vacate. These fights more like British title fights, you'd say?
Yeah. I'm going for the British title. That's what I just wanted one more fight and go for British title next. I wanted the winner of Wardley Clark, but it was a draw, so that was out the window for now. But yeah, man, British title fight. That's what I want. I want one fight and then British title. I don't want to stick around with English title. I've had two fights for English title. Most don't even defend it, let alone defending it twice and three times and all that. Just want to move on.
What did you make of Wardley Clark?
Yeah, it was just a good back and forth. Um, Frazer was good with the jab early on. Kept consistent landing his uppercut. And Wardley, show he's got a bit of dog in him, put Fraser down, coming back, and it was back and forth. They're both, feeling it, as the rounds were going on. But it was a good scrap.
Were you watching that fight, just as a fan, or were you watching it like this is what I could do against Wardley, this is what I could do against Clark?
Yeah. I'm watching it. I'm watching it, thinking, that I want this is a fight I want next. So I'm watching it in terms of using my analytical brain, looking at things that I want to be doing in there to make sure that I can be capturing the title if I'm in that ring next.
And out of the two, what did you see from the two? Did anything surprise you about either of them that maybe you hadn't seen of them before?
No, you know what? It was kind of like how I thought, and people that asked me how he was gonna go, I said like Fraser's, is a good pedigree boxer. I knew he'd be able to control him with the jab and his boxing ability, but it's just sustaining it through the rounds. And if Wardy clipped him, and then Wardy did clip him, he got back up. They slugged it out. Um, they was both looking, very tired towards the end, weren't they? Um, but yeah, like it weren't nothing that I'd seen that I thought, oh, it surprised me or anything.
Hmm. A lot of people obviously talking about a rematch between them, but some other people have been saying, look, both of them should have fights, in the interim and then maybe rematch down the line. Does that sort of give you some confidence that, you could get in with either of them, in the next maybe 1, 2 fights?
Yeah, I mean that would be ideal situation for me to get in with one of them this year. To for the title, but You know, the way boxing works, nothing ever is smooth and gonna be mapped out the way you want it. So just have to wait and see how things go. But yeah, of course I want to get in there for that British title and get my hands on it and you know, where it rightfully should be, I believe.
And then just want to ask you about May 18th coming up. Yeah, how do you think it's going to go, Fury and Usyk?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think Fury's gonna take a lot more risks than he did with that Ngannou fight, you know. Um, he's not gonna be too wary about one punch power or, you know, getting clipped with something that could put him over. Feel like he's gonna gamble a bit more, be a bit more aggressive. Usyk, you know, exceptional, you know, masterful boxer as well. So, you know, we've got to see how each other figure each other out because they're both very high level boxers. Um, it's going to be interesting to see will Fury try and put it on him, or will he just keep him at the range and try and keep him at the end of that them long arms that he's got. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a really good one.
He kind of said that he could win either on the back foot going forward. You know, you've been in the ring with him sparring. Is that what he's capable of? I mean, what was it like when you were in there?
Yeah, he's definitely capable of it. You know, I've been in the ring with everyone, and I'll say that Fury is the best boxer that I've been in the ring with. The size and the boxing ability. You know, he's an all-round package, and he's a bit of a freak, really, with how big he is and how sharp he is. Um, so you know, he's very capable of it. It's just what he feels like his game plan's going to be to get it right on the night.
Was it then, in your opinion, just an off night against Ngannou rather than being past his best?
I think so, yeah, because you know I sparred him, you know, the week before. He was very sharp in sparring. You know, I sparred him. Joseph Parker sparred him. You know, and he was very sharp in there. You know, even with Parker in there, and Parker had a very good performance on the night. Fury was very sharp in the sparring the week before, so it's just on the night, you know, how things go.
And obviously, you know, a lot of people were talking about the Joshua fight and who wins now and things like that. Do you have any thoughts on it?
You have to see, you know, how things go for them. You know, it's just typical boxing fans. You know, one has an off night, you've never been no good. One has a good night, you know, the best thing since sliced bread. It's just back and forth, isn't it? So the opinions are always gonna chop and change. You know, Fury goes in there and destroys Usyk. You know, if he did that, they're gonna all get back to saying Fury's the best ever, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So with them two, I think it's just a case of them fighting and seeing how it goes and seeing how they are at this stage.
Hmm. And then just two others I want to ask you about. We got Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia coming up. How do you think that's going to go? So
Yeah, I think Haney. I'm favouring Haney. You know, quality boxer. You know, Garcia. You know, he's a bit off the rails. Well, it seems like he's off the rails. I don't know if he's playing a game or what. Social media. Is he that dedicated, disciplined? And Haney's one of them that's been laser focused for many years. You know, so I'm favouring Haney.
and Wilder Zhang, if that happens, what do you think?
Yeah, it's an interesting one because it's two guys with big point. I think probably Zhang, you know, but I don't know, but because you think like if Wilder lets the right angle, you know, he can put people to sleep. But you know, Zhang's a big lump. You know, he's got that absolute rocket launcher left hand that just goes straight down the pipe, and you know, he could take Wilder out with that. And the way Wilder was against Parker, he didn't seem that confident to let his hands go so much.
Hmm.
Um, it's just going to be like who can stay standing and who can take the shot first or who can land first.
And I kind of saw your, I think you did an interview maybe with, I think it was Lights Out, and I saw a little clip on your social where you're not that impressed with Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. I think it's fair to say.
No, no, no. That's a bit of a joke. I mean, they're saying it's an exhibition now with all big blah blah blah, big gloves and hit guards. But you know, for it to be, if it was like a Jake Paul trying to prove something against Mike Tyson, who's in his late 50s, retired, had his great career, and he shouldn't really be in the ring fighting. So for someone that's young, Jake Paul trying to get a bit of clout off Tyson's name, it is disrespectful, I would say. And I don't think a real fighter, no real boxer or fighting man's gonna go in there and try to, get some clout off Mike Tyson, getting in the ring with him at his age and, trying to, cause some damage to him or this and that. Because Tyson's is a legend at the end of the day. Jake Paul, he wouldn't even be an area level, fighter if he was, what I mean, taking a serious boxing, but just doing it all for clout. So I ain't got no ratings for him.
Fair enough. Well, Sol, appreciate your time. I hope we can get this Adelaide fight over the line because, like I say, I know it's a fight people want to see, and
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully some big fights for you this year.
Hopefully, man, that's the goal, that's the aim, man. So stay tuned.